All right. Back to the homework. Is that of course you submit the homework, but I also want you to consider. I want you to consider downloading. Right. So if you say, all right, what's the location of this project? So if I go to my project, right, and I right click and say, where is it located? If I go to the properties of this, right, so it tells me your project is located here, project folder. So I can say Control C, copy, and when I go here, I can say download. All right, so I can say save link as and specify exactly where I want this to go, and of course if it goes under source, homework 2, if I save it right here, this validator.java, say save, right? So if I saved it in the same project location, of course my NetBeans project picks up the appearance, the creation of a file here, and all I need to do is basically just change the package to homework 2 if I wanted to, and I can easily delegate methods from my validator class to the static method of from the object-oriented validator to the validator. I just think that it would be quite a right thing to do. For instance, I can demonstrate to you that here's the constructor, right? So here's the constructor. By the way, scanner, we need another fix for imports, right? So we have the scanner now in object-oriented validator. So now we already have a constructor that gets the scanner. So here, get int. So instead of saying return 0, I can immediately say validator, right, and delegate this thing to get int, which takes the scanner and the prompt, right? So this is end of the story. So here's my implementation of object-oriented validator get int. So I simply say, hey, I already have this in as a static method, so I can just delegate this call to get int. And I'm sure that the rest of the methods here, you can likewise very quickly delegate to already existing methods in your validator class, so that you don't have to write everything from scratch. You can just delegate those method calls. But this is implementation detail that we use the validator class, and that would be the right approach to do this. So any questions about this specific homework assignment? So you have to enter a valid integer within the specified range, you have to enter valid double value within a specified range, then enter a required string, and finally display 2 strings and ask the user to enter one of them. So if they type something, besides the choices, like if the choice is X and Y, then you tell them select one, X or Y, and if someone hits a blank string, it says this entry is required. If they enter another value, it says error, entry must be X or Y, try again, right? So we do these 4 things. And we do this with inheritance between those 2 classes. One class is named object-oriented validator, which is the superclass, and another one which is called the customized validator, which is supposed to inherit from object-oriented validator. And I already showed you what I did in this demo, right? So basically I'm saying customized validator extends the object-oriented validator. So these are the highlights of this homework. You can probably finish from where we are now. You can finish this homework in about 8 minutes. I would say it's possible, right? Because it's just a quick demo just to explore the fact that you can have your own classes inheriting from one another. Right, so this would be our approach to to introduce inheritance. And of course, we don't have Thursday session this week, so here you have it. This is our overview of the homework.